All right, man, let's talk. I got my mic. I found it. But let's talk about the NBA, man. Apparently, Luka lost a lot of weight. Zion lost a lot of weight. I might play with Jeff Teague said. And yeah, and it looked like a lot of them guys, used Ozempic. So I mean, it's hard to play a game when the intervals is really how you burn a lot of weight. A lot of people don't know that. How you cut a lot of calories and burn a lot of weight is intervals. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like how basketball is intervals, not a consistent endurance or long endurance where you just doing a long marathon sprint. It's sprinting, walking, jogging, stop. Like those are intervals. That's how you lose a lot of weight. A lot of people you can just walk heels and then walk flat. You can run heels, walk flat. Run flat, walk heels, and you constantly doing that every couple of minutes. That burns a lot of weight. A lot of people don't know that. But for these to be, all around athletes and have a weight problem in the NBA is crazy. I can see maybe in the off season how active in season to gain weight like that. But then again, too, they got a lot of free time. They don't practice. They don't practice no more. Yeah, they don't practice no more. So, they don't do a bunch of practicing in the NBA and it shows. They don't practice like they used to practice. So, and now you got people saying that, it looked like they could be taking Ozempic and shit. And the one thing about Ozempic that you notice when you lose weight, you lose muscle. You look at Zion, his head is so big. It's like when you lose weight when you sick. It's like when you lose weight when you sick, bro. It's like a lot of these dudes lost weight and then you don't gain no muscle mass. So that's crazy. You don't gain any muscle. You lose all muscle, and that's a sign of a dangerous weight loss. But y'all think NBA Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe. A dangerous weight loss is when you just drop a whole bunch of weight and you don't have any muscle left. You don't want to lose muscle. Especially as an older person, muscle is what scaves off Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff like that. Back in the day, science is always changing and new information is being found. But the lack of muscle mass is linked to Alzheimer's and dementia and shit like that. And they thought it was just, you having good heart health, you being good cardio. No, in reality it's muscle. That's why that lean muscle is so important to everybody. And when you look at Joel Embiid, you look at Giannis, and you look a little bit at Jokic, not Jokic, but that Luka, like you can tell they probably took something because it looked like it, especially Joel and Zion, it looked like it ate their muscle. They ate their muscle. They didn't really do the work like that, or they didn't do it the right way. That's why, and I was having this conversation with somebody else, and to the untrained mind, it doesn't make sense. But the thing about it is, when you go through weight loss, when you cutting weight, when you go through, when you lose the weight, you don't just lose the weight and then I'm gonna go lift weights later. Even for women, the most important part about it is the weight. When you cut like a lot of weight, you gotta lift heavy while cutting weight. And I know people say it's gonna make me more bulky. No, it's not. Long as your calorie deficit, long as you're in a calorie deficit, you will be fine. Is it gonna be days where you're gonna be lightheaded and yeah, it's an adjustment period. But you must lift heavy. And I ain't saying you gotta lift whatever heavy is for you. If you're a woman, use the shoulder pressing with the dumbbells, 10 pounds, go to 20, 25 pounds, because what you want to maintain what you want to, you want to turn fat into muscle, but you also cutting weight, so you want to preserve the muscle. So while you lifting heavy, that helps preserve and add that lean muscle. And also what it does is it attaches the skin back to the bone. So when you see somebody lose a lot of weight, and they don't lift weights or they sick, you'll see a lot of loose weight, a lot of loose skin. By you lifting a good heavy amount of weight for you, that stops the loose skin. That's what give you your tone, your shape. Losing weight, just dropping a whole bunch of weight, that don't give you. That's why you see people who look worse than when they had to. They look better with the weight on them because they just lose the weight. No, you must lift. You must do some type of resistance training to attach that weight to the bone. That's the key. And you could tell Joel and especially Zion, they just lost the weight. They just lost the weight. They just lost it fast. And it took a lot of their muscle away. But if they would have did it the right way, they looked a lot better. And it's sad when you see professional athletes have to allegedly turn to Ozempic. It's sad. Because they should be able to get that weight off of them and look pretty good. You used to think about how the players used to look back in the day. Scottie Pippen, Rodman, Young Shaq, you know what I'm saying, Akeem Olajuwon, Dwight Howard, Kevin Willis. They used to look like action figures. But then again, you got people that tell you that today's athlete is better than yesterday's athlete. These dudes ain't even in no type of shape. So that tells you a lot. As a professional athlete, you have to cut a corner. You have to cut a corner like this. And then you got to keep taking it. You got to keep taking the shit, which is crazy. Instead of just doing the work. I got to be ignorant here. I got to be ignorant. But yeah, it's crazy. You can tell how big little their body is. And, anytime you got to take the quick way out like that, it's never going to turn out good. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe button, hit the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.